Busy Sunday night of travel, but not the most ideal conditions as the busy Thanksgiving travel period gets underway. There were some closures on I-70. The worst of the weather, though, has now passed, but that was only round one. Thanks for joining us. For 9 News at 10, I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Kim Christensen. We are expecting another round of heavy snow in the mountains this week, and it could be measured in feet. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Saban is with that, and perhaps some of the smaller impacts that we're feeling here in the Denver metro area as well.
That's right, Kim. I've been watching the cameras around the area because we've had occasional snow showers kind of blow by. It's not sticking, it's not really too impactful on I-25 or the main arteries downtown, but there's definitely moisture in the air. We saw that with the beautiful sunrise and sunset. All of you have been sending in these amazing pictures from over the weekend. Heavy mountain snow winds down tonight, returns tomorrow, and Denver, we're going to see scattered snow showers overnight, but they should be done in time for the morning drive. And then we're tracking another round of snow just in time for the holiday Wednesday into Thursday. Temperatures down out of the 60s into the 30s this hour. It's been a nice weekend. It was windy and warm today, but the winds of change are blowing, ushering in a lot of moisture and still a lot of snow shower activity over some of those higher passes and snow showers out on the far northeastern plains tonight as well. We do expect that we'll see a little bit of hit and miss snow overnight, less than a ½ inch expected in Denver, and the mountain snow totals another 2 to 4, and then we're pretty much done. But the winter weather advisory continues for the mountains through 6 a.m. tomorrow, could be extended out to 11, and then the entire mountain range is going to go out under a winter storm watch for 1 to 2 feet of snow. The next round coming in, the timing and impact of that is just ahead.
We have some breaking news out of Denver. 3 people are hospitalized. This after a shooting in Denver. The extent of the injuries not known just yet. Denver police reporting it all happened near Montview and Quebec. Police, though, have not reported making any arrests. We do have a crew on the way. We'll bring you more information as it comes into our newsroom. When you see a car on the side of the road, move over. That's the law. Colorado lawmakers have strengthened the law, though, several times, in part due to the memory of Colorado State Trooper Cody Donahue.
Today marks 8 years since Donahue was hit and killed on I-25. 9 News reporter Colton Chavez spoke with his family today.
It's hard to be up there and know that this was the last place that he was.
On the shoulder of northbound I-25 in Castle Rock.
And he was helping somebody else, trying to keep him safe.
State Trooper Cody Donahue is remembered and missed.
And he didn't make it.
It was in this spot that Donahue was hit and killed while working a crash back in 2016. The driver who hit him failed to move over.
You know, Cody was killed on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, which was a busy day with a lot of traffic.
Velma Donahue Sandberg was Cody's wife. This is a place she returns to every year.
We're always scared and nervous being up there. We try to get it done as fast as possible just because we don't want anybody else to get injured.
After Donahue's death, she advocated for increasing the penalty for violating Colorado's move-over law, but it's still happening. Just weeks ago, during a snowstorm, a driver hit and killed a Golden police officer while he was working on Highway 58.
To think about the fact that even after he died, so many others have been killed in the same manner, and I just want people to just please just slow down and move over.
Today, Velma remembers the time she had with Cody.
I talked to him. I thank him for the years that we've had together.
Cut short because of something she says can be avoided.
Just to move over, I want him to just see how terrible and tragic and how much heartache a person goes through when they lose somebody like that.
In Castle Rock, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
And we're learning more tonight about one of the people killed when a plane crashed in Larimer County near Storm Mountain. The Civil Air Patrol says the plane went down yesterday during a search and rescue training exercise. One person, Randall Settergren, survived but suffered serious injuries. 2 others, aerial photographer Jay Roten and pilot Susan Wolberg, were killed. Friends of Wolberg's tell us she was just a loving person who wanted to do the best to shape the next generation in aviation.
Her passion was definitely aviation, and her passion in aviation was really about encouraging young girls and women to fly.
The Livermore County Sheriff's Office says it will likely take days to recover the wreckage of the plane because the terrain is just difficult to navigate. The FAA, NTSB, and Civil Air Patrol are helping them investigate.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul believes that Denver's mayor, Mike Johnston, could be facing serious consequences should he try to block the Trump administration from carrying out mass deportations. Paul's going to be leading the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee when the new Congress starts work in January.
Now, I would say that the mayor of Denver, if he's going to resist federal law, which there's a long-standing history of the supremacy of federal law, if he's going to resist that, it will go all the way to the Supreme Court. And I would suspect that he would be removed from office. I don't know whether or not there'd be a criminal prosecution for someone resisting federal law, but he will lose. And people need to realize that what he is offering is a form of insurrection where the states resist the federal government.
Originally, Mayor Johnston had told Denverite that Denver police would be at the county line to stop federal forces should President-elect Trump use the military to try to deport millions of illegal immigrants starting in Aurora. Since then, he's walked that comment back, but he said he believes that people in Denver would resist. The mayor also said he's willing to go to jail to stand up against the plan.
Colorado's largest school district is moving ahead on plans to close schools. The board voted Thursday to close 7 schools and restructure 3 others.
Of course, that's a move that is a jolt for many families who now have to scramble to find a new school for their kids. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause joins us. And Rachel, these closures also leave teachers and staff without jobs as well.
Yeah, the teachers union estimates these closures will impact around 200 educators along with staff at schools. And a lot of them aren't guaranteed another job after their building closes. It's been a tough 2 weeks for many families and educators with Denver Public Schools.
I'm saddened. I was saddened really by it and not surprised.
Rob Gould is a special education teacher and president of the Denver Classroom Teachers Association, the union representing DPS educators when schools shut their doors. Not everyone will get to keep their job.
Our educators are going to be affected.
According to DPS, non-probationary teachers are guaranteed a 1-year job assignment in the district. They'll still have to apply like everybody else. Gould says that's around 30 to 40% of the 200 teachers impacted. Teachers who are probationary aren't guaranteed anything. They can reapply to try and land another DPS job.
All of the custodians and the additional the educational support personnel, they don't necessarily have any guaranteed placement either. So they're all at a point where they're looking for a position as well.
Item 1.05.
During Thursday's board meeting, the board called on the superintendent to try and keep those workers.
I think he's heard loud and clearly from the board that we're really worried about our employees. And we said, you have to take care of our people.
Gould says keeping teachers in the system is cheaper for the district, and it makes the transition easier on students. And the district always has big hiring needs.
Every year, the district has 500 to 700 positions that they're trying to fill at the beginning of the year. This is 200. We could knock that number down in the right here and now.
For teachers, these next few months will be tough. Gould says they're focused on finding ways to minimize the damage these closures will have on their kids.
There will be impact. But if we can at least try to do what we can to support these students as they go through this transition and these families, then we will have done good by it. Not just our students, but our educators as well.
School choice for families will start in January, and kids at a school set to close will get priority placement when it comes to picking a new one. A hiring fair will be held to try and place impacted teachers and staff in February. Reporting live in Denver, Rachel Krause, 9 News.
That's a lot of moving parts. All right, Rachel, thanks.